Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of our midweek devotion. I got a little bit of a rasp in my voice, so I hope you will forgive me a little bit. This week, I want to talk about something I talked with our kids at our children's moment this past week. I asked the kids at the children's sermon, what makes a good friend? We talked about friendship, and I asked them I asked the kids what they thought. And they gave some insightful answers. Friends are nice to you, and you're nice to them. You've known them for a while, and you like some of the same things. And those are good and fine and true. Shared affinities bring people together. Quilting groups, book clubs, sports teams, churches. They all have their role in creating friendships. So, too, length of time. Chances are that your best friends are those you've known the longest and that you have a history with. They know you. And certainly, cordiality and pleasantness grease the friendship wheels. No one is really going to be friends with someone who is not nice to them. But inspired by the Old Testament book of Ruth, I spoke about something else that helps strengthen and create the bonds of friendship: sadness. A best friend is someone with whom you can be sad. They make space for your loss and melancholy, not always trying to get you to look on the bright side of life or find the silver lining or whatever. When you are sad, they sit with you in it because the fact that you are sad makes them sad. Ruth and Naomi in the Old Testament book of Ruth are daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. Ruth married one of Naomi's sons, but by the time that happened, Naomi had already known profound loss. First, she was forced to flee her home into a hated land to search for food because of drought. Then, once settled in that foreign land, her husband died. There's no joke to be made here. Naomi was going through it by the time Ruth came onto the scene. But then these two women experienced great tragedy and pain together. Ruth's husband, Naomi's son, then died. And instead of causing a rift in the relationship, it brought the two women together. When Naomi caught wind that the famine was over in her homeland, she decided to head back to her people, to a familiar place, to a place where loss didn't haunt her at every corner. We aren't given the reason, but Ruth decided to go too. She chose to cling to her mother-in-law, reciting the oft-quoted speech at weddings. Don't urge me to abandon you, to turn back from following you. Wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Wherever you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. It's a remarkable display of love from one person to another. Loss and sadness brought these two women together. Instead of cleaving the relationship, which would have been understandable, it transformed them from in-laws to the very best of friends whose fates were tied up together. A best friend is someone who moves closer to you instead of away when you are sad. Certainly, kids need to learn that lesson, but I would imagine it's a good reminder for us at any age. Thanks for joining me for this week's devotion. I hope you have someone with whom you can share this devotion with today, someone with whom you can be sad with together. You're invited to join us for worship this Sunday morning. We gather at 10:30 in person and here online. But if not, our benediction is the same as always. God be with you.